Hey.
Hey, buddy. How's it been?
Not bad. Tired, busy, getting ready for the move. But speaking of getting ready for things, I got ready for some My Hero Academia stuff.
For once, I did too. I actually went on my way to go see this. I went to the big city.
Yeah, you went last night, right?
I went tonight. I just came back about an hour ago.
I went last night, and then I went the night before because I needed to take my notes on this movie.
Yeah, Freddie was so... I wanted to do this yesterday, but Freddie was so flustered. He's like, I gotta get this. I gotta take notes. I gotta do this right. I'm like, why? And he's like, because I don't want to screw this up. And I'm like,
I don't want to forget.
Why? Who are you afraid of upsetting? But I'm like, you know what? The My Hero audience. So I just want to tell the mob listening at home right now.
Great.
That Freddie's an actual voice actor in My Hero Academia. Woo. So y'all don't know crap like he does. And Freddie will personally come to your house and beat you up with his big voice acting resume.
That is not true.
But for me, I don't. But for me, I don't care. I love our audience. But Freddie hates you all.
That's not true.
and he likes flaunting his appearance in there. Freddie, I shit you not. When I was at the premiere, I ran into some My Hero abridged fans.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, it's
awesome.
And
they know that you play the Doctor. And because the funny thing is they don't know like how involved we are with Funimation and stuff. Right. So they asked if the Doctor was in this one like before it started. And that's why I wrote that tweet on the Joyride Twitter. I was like, I regret to inform our audience that the Doctor is not in the My Hero Rising movie.
I was freaking out because just so you know, the whole this is before spoiler territory. We don't want to go into spoilers yet, but
we should warn the audience. There's gonna be manga spoilers. Yeah, there's gonna be TV spoilers. All the spoilers. I'm caught up with the manga, so I'm gonna spill it all. So I'm not, sorry.
But go for it because
there's plenty of vanilla reviews all over YouTube. But if you want to get really deep and up to date on the manga, come here for this because I'm ready to dish on it.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Because Team 4-Star did theirs too, and Scott was excited about it, or at least for most of it. But definitely for the manga stuff though, because like he's caught up on the manga too.
Because they really, I know Lanny really likes it too.
Yeah.
But who cares what they think? They don't make abridged parodies anymore, but we do.
Hey.
Then that makes us better than them, right?
No! Do not confuse their audience members more!
I know, I sound just like their audience.
I don't want to see more comments.
Before someone takes me out of context, I just want to say congratulations to Team 4-Star on a brilliant run. And
absolutely.
Good freaking riddance to them. Because you can't go on a higher note than what they did with episode 60.
Oh,
It was time. They were overdue to move on.
I mean,
they're gonna be so great. But that's all I wanted to say. But now let's go back to us because we're the My Hero guys. We're entertainment.
But before that, I will also say just like it is literally it's also finally time like you said for them to move on because like it's great that now they have the ability to do their own stuff.
They have a lot of assets behind the scenes that I've gotten a peek at. And
naughty boy!
I think people are gonna be very excited to see what they throw out.
I'm happy.
I wish them nothing but the best.
Hell yeah!
But even bigger news is that Purple Eyes announced his retirement.
I saw that.
He's been gone for 4 years. He's like, okay, now I'm retiring. Like, all right, dude. All right.
Oh man.
To those who don't know, Purps had a kid.
He did?
His wife shat out a baby, so that's why he's done.
Whoa, that is not a nice way of saying it.
No, it's good. It's because that's why Purps is the best abridger, because he accomplished one thing that none of the other abridgers ever accomplished, is that he procreated. He created an abridged version of himself with his penis.
He did, but also congrats to the dude
congrats to Purps, another guy who's going to ride off to the sunset, who should have left a long time ago. Because the Ment era has, even ask the schmucks, the Ment era has long passed.
But, because now it's time, maybe for our reign to come.
Nah,
probably not.
Probably not.
If anything, it's going to be schmucks, 2GS. Actually, they're on the up and up too right now.
2GS and the up and up, they're already up there, man. They're the guys, people don't talk about 2GS nearly enough.
I know. They make great stuff.
Excellent stuff. Most of all, I just appreciate the hustle from our friend Reggie. That guy
God, yeah.
grinds. He gets a lot of stuff out there.
He's been up at 2 a.m. so many times. Like, we're just, like, chatting and stuff. Or I try to entertain him when we're doing streams and stuff, and I'll just shout out, like, my stupid nonsense.
Yeah, he occasionally comes to me with a question, like a production management question. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're at that level now, aren't you? I said, sucks. I said, welcome to hell. the same talk that Chase and Grim recently gave me.
Oh crap! All right, but
it's welcome to hell when you reach a certain point where it's no longer any fun. It's a business.
That's true.
I enjoy the business though.
It's already been past 6 minutes. We got to move on to the My Hero stuff.
Well, I mean, it's JOYCAST.
Well,
we talk about what's going on at Joyride, and it's an excellent shakeup has happened in our Farrer Bridge community. It was good to address that, to say our piece on it, because I've had a lot of people ask me my thoughts, and that was my thought. Good riddance. Congratulations and good riddance, Team 4-Star. I know people can't see my face right now, but I'm saying this like with a genuine smile and a wink. Like I'm being very nice about this.
I know.
I'm trying. It sounds like I'm talking shit, but that's just my normal voice. I always sound like I'm talking shit.
That's why I'm cringing something. I know you're being genuine, and I'm just like,
the eyes can't see. I'm almost moved to tears right now because I'm gonna miss them. Because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't without Team 4-Star.
My face is getting redder at the anxiety of what this is.
Of all the hate mail that Frey will receive, because everyone's too chicken shit to approach me on these issues.
They're just all gonna yell at me about it. Be like, "What the fuck's I been doing? What's wrong with you?"
the poor punching bag of our audience.
Oh yeah, just like in high school. Wow, here we go again.
You didn't have an audience in high school. What are you talking about?
No, but I was the punching bag in high school. That's what I'm talking about.
And I was the one doing the punching.
Yep, pretty much. Verbal punching, nothing physical. I was too adorable to be actually punched.
It's good irony that we become this team.
Iron lock and clad. But speaking of not really iron stuff, but speaking of My Hero stuff.
Yeah, I know you want to get this so badly, but yeah. Okay.
I want to.
I will put a disclaimer at the beginning, say, hey, if you want to skip our BS talk, go to this mark and we'll get to the actual review. So that's fair. Review.
Yeah. Actual review.
Anyone who's watched all our podcasts since the beginning, Anime Jock, the early days of JOYCAST.
Oh yeah.
People know that I am heavily critical of My Hero Academia as a franchise. Very much. I have a lot to say about it. I make a parody about it. You know, and that parody is an expression of many of my thoughts on it. So I want to preface this. I am very tough on My Hero, so I don't want to upset the viewers who may have enjoyed this film.
I know, I've been excited to hear this.
But I'm sorry to say that I absolutely fucking love this film. Heroes Rising is incredible.
Yes, it was.
It is absolutely incredible. I hate Two Heroes. I love Heroes Rising.
Mm-hmm.
So why is that? Do we just want to give like a run through like from the very beginning? Or
well,
like,
wait.
How do we want to approach this?
That's a fair point. I feel like just like you and I should just like go through the movie as a whole.
Let's just go through the movie. So let's start with the car chase.
That was fucking awesome.
I got a little bit concerned at the beginning because the audio mixing is very off.
It was, yeah. The music was super loud,
don't think, and that's not Funny's fault, because I've noticed this recently. This seems to be a Japanese thing.
Yep. Because
I was playing, I recently started playing Persona, and even with Fire Emblem 2, the cutscenes, for some reason, the mixing is so weird.
Mm-hmm. It's like, literally, the music's always louder.
But I think the fact is they mix everything evenly. Everything's at the same level, and it gets muddy. Oh. Because and I think it's that because I'm a big fan of Masamichi Amano, the Japanese composer, and so I really love Japanese orchestrations. Why? Because all the instruments are recorded at the same level.
Okay, you keep going. My cat is scratching the door, and my mom is literally yelling at me to let him in. I'll be right back.
I thought you said your mom was.
This will be cut out. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'll keep going. So all the instruments are recorded equally, and that's cool. So some instruments you don't normally get to hear in more modern Hollywood scores, you get to hear in a Japanese score. It's cool. But unfortunately, that approach doesn't work with audio sound mixing. And so you've got the cars and the people and the sound effects and the ambience all going at the same rate. And I had a hard time understanding people at the beginning.
I mean, I was actually
It wasn't that bad. Like they definitely fixed, but I don't know. I'm not sure what was up with this particular scene, but immediately I was like, uh-oh, this is a shaky start. This might be a sign of bad things to come, but thankfully it was not.
Right.
Because immediately who comes to say they do some really cool creative things. Rocklock. I was very happy to see Rocklock.
Oh yeah,
me
really
too. Like Rocklock.
I like it because like he not only has like an interesting quirk, but like I kind of like his dynamic in this. I like it. Like he's definitely he's very deadpan.
Yeah. He's a little bit more hard boiled than the other characters. more serious, and I like how he plays off because what we call in the critic game, we call my hero Sugarcore. It's very sweet and childish. I mean, there's literally, we'll get to that, but there's a joke about 9 when he gets the cell activation quirk, the fathers, and he goes, "Oh, it's only works on B blood type." That's a joke. Oh, I mean, it doesn't work with American audience so much, but for the Japanese, that fucking slays.
I had no idea, so I was wondering like what.
And but that's my hero. Even in the serious stuff, there's always a sugar coat to everything, which is why my hero can never get too deep. But it makes for excellent popcorn entertainment as a manga,
it kind of did in this movie,
a TV series, and a movie. It's excellent popcorn affair. But where was I getting at? So that's why I really like a character like Rocklock exists. He's like the Jacquees in As You Like It. Everyone's all romantic and fluffy and airy, and then you have the one dour mother effer.
Yeah, he cuts straight to the point, straight through the bullshit.
He's very dry. He is dry. It's also why I love Eraserhead as well. These are very dry characters that that belong in their sense of not belonging in the picture. And I like how they comment on things. But in this one, it was purely action for Rocklock. He did a cool thing where he locked the car in place so they didn't go tumbling.
Yeah, to shield them.
The flame. I was like, that is so cool.
So cool.
And that was a sign of great things to come because, man, do they get really creative with
really great choreography in general.
Oh, my God.
I like the banter, too, in the beginning.
What's that?
Like, I like the banter in the beginning of it, too. So, like, also, like, again, I felt like it was really decent, like, script writing as well.
I just said before, I didn't like the script in the beginning. I didn't.
You didn't like that?
It was hard to hear, and it was pretty basic. It was standard. Like I would call it a jack of all trades, master of none dialogue.
I think that's kind of what I liked about it.
It doesn't do anything bad.
Well, it felt easy to slide in. That's what I liked about it.
Which I think is important. I think consistency is the key here. Because that's not the show. That's not what we paid for. That's not what they're selling to us. It's the action. The action is top notch.
Oh, the animation of this movie was just flawless.
And freaking Endeavor. That was
so cool.
I'm an Endeavor stan. I love Endeavor so freaking much. Mm-hmm. And when he showed up in the new costume with the scar, when I saw the scar, I was like, "Oh, we're there." Oh.
Yeah, see, like there's a bunch of like little like manga details I didn't realize at first until it's like costumes.
How caught up with the manga are you?
Not at all.
So
I'm
you
just
don't
seeing
know
all
the
these
costumes.
spoilers.
You don't know why he has a scar on his face.
I don't.
And they do a pretty good job of not drawing attention to it, so people who have not got caught up, they're not too concerned with it. But to those who are caught up with the manga, not just Endeavor, there's a lot of injuries and aesthetic differences in characters that we notice. And we're like, oh, we're there. But unfortunately at that rate, there's a few dubious details. We're like, if we're there, why is so-and-so at this point? Why is so-and-so not doing this?
Like, when we get to the spoiler part...
Which again, I mean, obviously it's because they don't want to spoil the manga and the anime
exactly.
for anybody.
Which, when we do get to that little spoiler section of this podcast, I'm going to ask you a certain question about a certain scene. Because it sounds like you'll be able to tell me what's going on.
Oh, I can answer everything. I am a mahir. Cool. I know Horikoshi better than he knows himself. Which Horikoshi is what an honorable man, that Horikoshi, where he straight up said, this movie is everything I couldn't do in the manga. He literally gave the writers of this film his initial ending for the series.
And
he gave it to him. What I perceived what would be the ending. Yeah. He gave it to them and said, no, you guys can do this right. I'm going to do something else.
Right.
What a mensch Horikoshi Sensei is. And yeah, like say, because if you ever read his notes, he's very competitive with the Studio Bones. The Yakuza arc that just aired with the 8 Precepts, that was him attempting to compete, and he passively mentioned that he won in that regard in regards to the anime. Which is because the movie stole the budget from the anime.
Right,
season.
that's what I'm talking about. Because the arc itself is great, the writing was great, the characters were awesome.
The animation was betrayed, except for one key scene. But that's something I've discussed before, that I really wish these movies didn't exist because it really cost the anime's best directors.
Yep.
But now I dare ask: should we kill the TV anime in service to these films?
No.
Right now we're 50-50, because remember, I don't like Two Heroes, but I absolutely love Heroes Rising. So the next one, because they made a 10-movie deal.
Two Heroes was the first one, right?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Okay, yeah, I did not like 2 Heroes either. Like, this one is so much better. Yeah, and wait, 10 movies? Are you serious?
They're making they announced a 10-movie deal, but this is the last one that Horikoshi's involved in. So,
oh no,
who knows? Yes, so right now we're still up the air. So this third film that's coming out probably next year,
yeah,
is going to be the deciding factor of, am I kind of in the mood to drop the TV anime and just attach myself to the films?
I have to disagree with you.
I know, but here's the thing, because you're not caught up with the manga. So this TV anime is still a surprise to you.
I guess it was
because me now that I know the story, watching TV anime, now all I can judge is the aspects of adaptation, how you put it in motion. And this season, currently season 4, has been a very bad argument for putting it in motion. A terrible argument. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The anime, TV anime peaked at season 2. The Stain fight. Because the directors who did that have moved on to the movies since. And it shows. Because they know what they're doing. They are incredible.
I mean, because like I still really yeah, no, I mean I get what you're talking about, because like after that, like the show was like, at least to me, like it was still good, but it definitely lacked that kind of like that hustle, that like energy to it before that it had. While like with the Yakuza act, it
was missing frames. Season 1 had like 40 additional frames per episode or something like that.
Yeah,
you could. I'm always about frame economy. Like I discussed this when we're talking about Dragon Ball Super movie. About it's not how many frames you have, it's what you use with them. But unfortunately, My Hero, the TV anime, was sold as both frame economy and how many frames it had, and it's lost both those things.
Do you and Scott talk about storyboards a lot?
Scott.
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Wait, am I not saying his name right? Am I really forgetting his name? Guy from Team 4-Star?
Yeah, Scott.
Yeah, so I thought it was Scott.
Well, me and Scott are both directors, so we both have very similar. We align in certain ways, in some ways we don't. But
right,
I've only spoke to him once, and from what I've heard, we definitely click to an extent. It was a very brief passing. But it was better first time interactions than most people I have in the abridging community. Or Scott's not an abridger anymore, so no wonder why we get along.
I got it. We'll snag him for an episode of JOYCAST. That's how it's gonna work.
No freaking way. He's so busy. But who knows? I mean, you're down in Dallas now. You might cross paths with him.
Oh shit! I forgot they are down there.
Wow. Well, they're not quite in Dallas though. They're a little off.
More towards Austin.
Let's not put them on a map though.
Right. Yeah.
For their privacy sake.
Sorry. Yeah. My bad. No.
But yeah. So getting back, we're still at the freaking car chase at the beginning.
I know we're still at the beginning.
But there's a lot to discuss here, and like I said before, Endeavor, looking incredible.
That was so fucking sick.
And doing his move, and he gets Endeavor is so brutal.
Oh yeah.
Like he's like yo, screw those villains, torch them.
But like here's the thing.
And here's the thing: if you're not familiar, like if you're a parent, who's taking your kids to see this, taking your 30-year-old son to see this, and you see those
what
guys,
is going on?
and you see those villains dissolve into ash, not understanding twice is power set.
Yeah,
you think those guys burnt to death,
right? True.
I mean, you see him again later. We'll discuss that later. You see him again later,
that was split.
And that's your confirmation, but still, like, holy crap.
But still, like, it actually made me more impressed with what's his name? Dobby? Do you say Dabby or Dobby?
Dobby. We call him Dobby.
I keep confusing him with the house elf Dobby, but I'm like, that's not right.
No one can see me on camera right now because we're doing this audio, but I just dabbed.
Yeah, you're dabbing. But yeah, like, it made me more impressed with his powers. Like, look, like when we saw him, like, kind of like, invade like that summer camp with the heroes and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Dobby's
no slouch. He's no slouch.
Yeah, I thought, like, wow, like,
he's
that's
actually one
impressive.
of the He's one of the scarier characters.
Yeah, because
it tests. So
no remorse.
Because in the abridged parody, we like to treat him like a force of nature,
right?
Less of a motive guy. And the anime does a great job of doing this too, where because a lot of people, I don't want to discuss it here because I don't want to spoil anything for the future because it speaks a lot about what I have plans for the abridged series. But Dobby and his relation to Endeavor, people have a lot of expectations for that relationship with Endeavor. But at this point, it should be very clear and obvious that there is no relationship, which I know people are going to be disappointed about. But that's what I've been trying to get with when we did our season 4, which is what we called it, was the summer camp arc,
right?
And that was that Dobby is a force of nature. He can't be reasoned with. He's not doing this for any purpose other than to be destructive, and that's why he actually makes for a great adversary to Endeavor, because Dobby has no restrictions or hangups. He goes all out.
Meanwhile, Endeavor
look at his skin, because in the it's addressed in the Villain Academia arc in the manga. Mild spoilers here. We're not gonna get any deep just yet, but Dobby does explain why he looks the way he does, and it's just because he doesn't hold back on his quirk. He's like,
right,
my well-being be damned, I'm going all out. And that's what makes Dobby scarier than Endeavor, is that Dobby will literally scar himself to go
win
beyond the limits of his quirk.
Exactly.
And that's why he can go toe-to-toe with Endeavor. I've been very critical of the League of Villains until that Villain Academia arc came in the manga. It's like, wow, the League of Villains are supremely underpowered. Like, the kids should be able to kick their ass. Because if you read the manga guidebooks and the anime TV guidebooks and stuff, they always say the villain is a master tactician, and that's what compensates for their power, which is totally bullshit. They're not. Right. They're supposed to be a bunch of chuckle fucks. So that was always a bullshit excuse, but the Villain Academia arc in the manga fixes this problem in a very make or break it for the audience kind of way. Okay. I approve of it. But Dobby's the one who doesn't get a power up in this arc, because it is revealed that this guy's always been going all out. He's always been pushing the limit.
Right.
And so that's why I like him, and I like that he goes, "Yo, screw you, Endeavor," and he does that first flame attack, and they match, and it dissipates. I'm like, oh, that was my awesome. First. Oh, after first it was Rock Lock, then that was the next. Oh, was when they met flames. I was like, ooh. So this guy can go toe to toe with Endeavor. So that's cool.
I'm kind of curious. Like, how was your audience when you watched it?
Silent, engrossed, entranced, the way it should be.
Yeah.
Except for towards the end,
of course, everyone got hyped.
People were bawling at the end.
People were crying. Wow.
People were crying. Silent, engrossed, absolutely invested audience. I couldn't. That's why I almost didn't want to go to this. I'm like, oh my god, I don't have to deal with anime fans.
Well,
I went there.
I did.
Very, very well behaved audience. A couple of them were fans.
Yeah.
And they sat by me and they were like, oh, and the theater I went to was really nice. It was a smaller theater. I went towards the outskirts of a city, went to this very small theater. I wrote about this on Twitter. I was like, little city Leroy went to the big city theater and was very intimidated by the leather upholstery and the vibrating seats and the there were recliner chairs. You could kick your feet up.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
I'm sitting there like audibly sweating like, what? What is this? You can do this? I walked in there with my because I recently started doing online tickets on my phone. And I walked up to the ticket master. I was like, okay, can I get because when I do this at my theater, you have to get a physical ticket as well. And they're like, no, you don't need a physical ticket. You can just walk in. I was like,
yeah, you can show your phone, man.
I could actually just walk into the theater and not flash my ticket because it's a small theater. Every show sells out. So if you don't belong, you'll get kicked out. I was like, that's so cool because my theater is a freaking bum F theater, mostly empty seats. And so you have to flash your ticket, otherwise you are trespassing. Otherwise, in this small theater I went to, they'll know if you're trespassing because you won't
Right.
belong, because someone will kick you out of your seat. It's self-governed by the audience.
Yeah, it's because it's all like assigned seats and all that. I mean, yeah.
Whereas me, I saw Baby Driver all alone at fucking 8:00 in the evening.
Oh shit. But like,
that was awesome though. But
so you had a good audience. I had an okay audience for the first showing, and the second showing it was actually even worse.
Oh, because I bet. Because some people probably saw it already.
I did have the anime fans. Yeah, I know.
My audience, they all seemed relatively new. They all seemed like this was their first showing.
Nope,
though the people I talked to said, "Oh, I got a ticket for tomorrow for the sub, and then on Tuesday," and I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna become the bad fan as this goes on." so I had the bad audience in the making, is what I had. I had the perfect time, the perfect screener. But yeah, quiet invested audience.
But we did have a joke. Nope, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. That's spoiler. Let's move on.
So Hawks.
This fucking Hawks. The introduction of them.
Oh, my boy Hawks.
So you know him from the manga. Okay.
Hawks is the best. Hawks is the effing best. I love him.
I like how chill this guy is too.
All the girls and guys swooned immediately as soon as he showed up. Like I said before, we didn't have a loud audience, but you could feel everyone lose their breath the moment that Hawks spoke. And I don't want to fudge the actor's name. Who's
I
playing
can find
Hawks?
it real fast because I actually did retweet this, and I didn't know that one of the actors actually followed me on Twitter. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna find it real fast for you right here. Danny Chambers follows me. She was one who played as Mahoro, that kid. But I'm trying to find it. It's here somewhere.
As I say, I wanted the Hawks' voice actor. I know his Twitter handle, but I want his actual name.
I know, I'm looking for it too. This is the part where we have to cut because we're searching all of our tweets.
Oh, I found him.
Did you? Oh, you found it faster.
It's Zeno Robinson.
Yes, that was it. Zeno Robinson. I just got it.
And we will do best to remember that name because Zeno deserves Robinson. All the respect because he's playing one of the best characters.
I wonder they gave that character a really big setup within this movie.
They gave him a lot to do because they know. Oh, I mean, the Studio Bones is a fan of Hawks. Bones cannot wait to get to Hawks. They shot their load. They made this movie just so they could play with Hawks. That's why they said it when they did. Because they want to play with Hawks.
You are hyping me up.
He's a great character, but I'm gonna spoil a lot of shit for you later on.
That'll be fun.
Because there's a lot of because Hawks' presence brings up a lot of continuity issues.
Zeno did, by the way, great job voicing for Hawks too. It was so smooth.
Perfect casting. He's a smooth because that's what Hawks is. He's very smooth and he's young. That's the thing about Hawks. He's like 21 years old. He's a kid. He's a kid professional hero, and he plays it up just like that. Who's more proficient than he should be. And we will get to that because they did do one of those scenes.
Right. No, they did. And also just in general, all the voice actors in this movie did a great job.
Yeah, cast is incredible. But there was a little bit of, I got a little bit out of whack for a bit because of all the delays that have been going on with the anime this season. I've been only watching the sub. So I had to get back in that dub zone.
I've been waiting. I did not watch the sub yet. I'm still waiting for the dub.
I mean, the dub's coming out. It's just 2-3 weeks behind at this point.
Right.
But no. But and I've always said it before. I think the dub and the sub are equal for My Hero Academia. I think each does their own unique thing. And when this comes out on Blu-ray, I will be watching the sub to see what they did performance-wise because I think each does a great job. It's one of those animes where the sub and dub are equal and both doing cool, unique things. So I always like to watch both. For this anime, for any other anime, I try to go for dub only, and sub when I have no choice because that's all there is. Yeah. So yeah, performances are great.
Right. The car chase was cool. Endeavor was big.
So the introduction of 9.
Yeah, and the villains. Yeah, those 3: Chimera, Slice, and Mummy.
And Mummy played by Brendan Flavor. Brendan Flavor.
Yeah.
Who is having a better year than Brendan Flavor? Epithet erased, and now he gets all these fucking appearances, and he's now in a movie.
Man. That's awesome.
So happy for the guy. I'm a big fan of Brendan.
Also, it's
Jello
Blaber.
Apocalypse.
I'm
Brendan
sorry, Blaber. I said Blabber. I'm sorry.
I mean, he blabbers. If you're familiar with the controversies. But we won't get there.
What a great voice, though, for a character that honestly got cut short.
Oh, the kind of character he loves to play. The kind of character. I wish there was more Mummy.
I know, they cut him short.
He played it so well.
Well, we'll get there, but they cut him short.
I think Colleen played Slice as well.
I heard.
Because you got to cover the budget. Also, because Colleen is unabashed self-caster. She'll play a million characters if she gets the freaking choice.
But, here's the thing, though. She can do it and do it well.
Speaking of Colleen.
Yeah.
She has been consistently excellent dubbing this show with assistance from Cliff.
Amazing.
But this movie is probably a high point for her. Like, this is the best work she's done with the franchise yet.
Yeah. I think they got a lot more things to be able to play with here.
Very well ADR'd.
Yeah.
You don't even notice. This movie's in 60 FPS.
Yep.
And that threw me off. I'm not used to seeing this anime in 60 FPS. So that was another thing I had to adjust to, but...
It was a little weird, but I was like,
there was a few times where I thought, did they adjust the lip flaps? They can't do that. That's my job.
Yeah. That's what I do. Bridging?
That's all I have. But no, they did not. It's just Colleen did excellent work.
Mm-hmm.
And I said performances are excellent. So we've done the car chase. We got to move on. Let's get to 9. Right. Let me say right now, one of the things that makes this movie excellent is that these villains are formidable. They have stakes. They're scary. This is some of the scariest villains I've ever seen in the franchise. Man, they really put these kids to the ringer. They're good. But that being said, 9, a man whose motives, who's obsessed with strength, he's the weakest link of this film.
Okay, because you were freaking me out when you were building this up like that. I'm like,
9 sucks.
9 sucks so much.
He
and again,
sucks ass. He gets all up in that ass.
Yeah, and we will say, like I said before, casting was phenomenal. Directing was good. It's just
great. It's the writing for the character. And here's the biggest issue. Because all the pieces were there.
Yeah.
For something much more complex, something more heartbreaking.
But they couldn't do it.
But they couldn't do it because it's shonen. It's a kid's movie, and they can't have that stakes.
And that sucks. That's what bugged me.
It's too heavy for a shonen anime, but not heavy enough for an abridged parody.
I see what you're doing.
I'll just say this movie gave me a lot of bad ideas.
I can imagine so. It's
so
9 could have had so much more.
9's motives are, I want a world of strength.
No, he just wants to be like
quirks.
Yeah,
I just
by
want to be
strength.
the strongest. I want a world, and literally, you look at his. We're gonna skip ahead. Him showing his ideal world. It's all in red tone. The world's in
and everything's breaking apart.
It's fucking apocalyptic world. This is my beautiful view. Shut the fuck up, 9. 9, you fucking dumbass.
It should just be a world of destruction and chaos. Basically, like, to me, the way 9 was being sold to me...
World. Look how great it is.
Yeah, I know, like, 9 was being sold to me like a little kid, just like, I don't want there to be any rules, only what I want.
Well, no,
like,
he wants rules, it's just the strong rule. But here's the problem now. He's falling apart. He's dying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you could do with that?
That was such... Yeah.
He was dying, and that scene... where he's walking towards the kid, and he's got his sister in his arms. And
oh god, we really are skipping ahead.
He's like dying, and he's running towards his kid. Give me your quirk. Give me your quirk. As that scene was happening,
don't spoil.
I was writing the abridged version of that.
Oh,
I was writing. I immediately pulled out my phone and started, and the people who sat next to me started looking like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you writing? I'm like, you'll find out in 5 years.
You would.
But the 5-year plan is in motion now. I just tell rest assured audience, I can do 9 much better. I don't like to be that guy, but I'm gonna pull a muscular fight on 9.
No, because like, okay, here's one thing. We gotta be. You know what? Maybe we should hurry up a little bit because, like, we want to be more in.
We'll keep. No, because some parts are gonna go faster than others. So let's go.
Okay,
back.
I'm just saying because we want to be like in depth.
We need to discuss 9
with spoilers though. And that's the thing I want to be careful of.
Well, we've already spoiled. We're not. What I meant by spoilers is spoilers for the manga. That's the problem. The movie's out. Go see it. We already just talked about the car chase. We're beyond movie spoilers right now.
All right, I guess we are. All right,
I said at the beginning of this podcast that we were to spoil things right at the get-go. So.
Oh, that's why. All right, now I get it. Well then,
right,
go watch Team 4-Star first, so that way
It's okay. The audience is gonna yell at you anyways, and not me. So why do I care?
All right, that's fair. Well, in that case, so the
villains.
Right, villains. Yeah.
9 sucks.
9 sucks. Chimeras was my favorite.
Chimera is terrifying. Chimera is
I love him.
Freaking monster. I talked about forces of nature. That's force of nature villain.
Yes.
He has a motive that he's been demonized.
Yeah.
And it works, but not enough, unfortunately. It doesn't push stuff because 9 is so weak, and he has to play off 9's view of this.
Which also
it never goes enough.
But like Chimera,
Slice.
Yeah.
Slice is a job. Slice is a punch card. She does her job. We get to ship her with 9 for the fan art. But otherwise, she is formidable though.
She is formidable.
She is competent and formidable.
But this is one thing I keep seeing, and I don't like. It's like when I keep seeing and this isn't really My Hero because they don't do this a lot in My Hero, and that's good. But I'm seeing it in a lot of media in general. It's like, can we stop giving girls powers that just say, "Hey, look, I have this power because I'm girl."
Oh, you mean girl-related powers, her hair?
Yes. Why give her something really, really cool? Why can't she be equally as terrifying as the others? You know?
You guys should read Connie Quest when it comes out.
I can't wait. I can't fucking wait because I want to see more. I felt like there could have been more.
I mean, Fred, of all places, you're asking for that in shonen.
I feel like it could be done.
Read Promised Neverland or read Dr. Stone if you want to see good strong female characters who just aren't women powers.
I know, but I'm always hoping. You know me, I'm a dreamer.
Those are your mold breakers. But you're not gonna get that from like I said, for My Hero's popcorn entertainment. It's gonna work on popcorn depth. It's as deep as your bowl of popcorn. No, nothing more.
I mean, maybe in the future, maybe he'll be able to put anything, nothing. All right,
maybe. Here's the thing. This movie gives me hope for the movies, not the anime,
not the
anime, the manga as well. But
yeah, Chimera is actually.
Let's go. So Chimera is fucking scary. We'll get to that action scene later. Slice.
Right.
Mummy. Once again,
Mummy's cool.
Brendan Blaber was excellent casting because that's the kind of character that Brendan would make. Mummy.
For sure.
I control inorganic material, but I'll trap you. And
that is
you'll
totally
be my mummy slave. And Mummy, I'm so weird and kooky.
He's gonna be mummy.
I feel like even the Japanese wrote this for Brendan in mind. It was so perfect. Here's Colleen's the one who does the casting. Colleen.
Yes, thank you, Colleen.
She that's one of the things we talk about how well she directs. We need to talk about how well she casts.
Colleen is queen.
Colleen, since the beginning, since all the shows she's worked on, she's always been that ear to the ground director. And I'm glad that she's groomed Cliff as a director because he's learning from her as well. Because if you watch Dr. Stone, he's learning from that same and SSS Gridman. You're seeing that same mentality that Cliff is following where, hey, there's this young talent that can really that can give us a lot of cap space at our budget, so we can put our one Chris Sabat character in, and then put all this new fresh talent and let them grow and attach to the audience. I love it, and there's such great casting, more niche casts. I like it.
But before we move on, I just want to say this one thing. It's Chimera, he's so up there for me in villain, Stain is still a little bit better, but I like him that much.
We still need to know there is a ceiling to Chimera. He's not deep. We're talking about Chimera purely as a physical threat.
Yes.
And a visual design. He's just terrifying.
But I also feel like there could be more done with him. I don't know if they will, but it could be something.
No, he's gone. He's done. No, they don't go back to them. These movies are not canon. We'll get to that.
Okay.
As much as they want to pretend, they're not, and it's so. But that's just plain and simple for shonen films.
Well, that's because you were talking about you were talking about you were writing ideas for your bridge and stuff.
Oh, you think? Oh, there's more that I could do with Chimera.
Well, absolutely, but I'm also saying I saw Chimera, and I'm just like, there's a place for you somewhere.
Not in the franchise. He's not,
I'm putting him in JOYCAST somewhere. Not him exactly, but I saw that. I'm like,
you want to do something.
I want to do something with him. I'm like, yeah.
I know. Yeah, he's scary. I look forward to it.
That was a fucking eye opener right there. I love it.
Oh, I'm glad you were taking notes on that. I'm glad you're taking. I'm glad that you understand that 9 is a terrible villain. That's what makes me happier that you understand that we don't see that in JOYCAST.
All these fucking powers, and I'm just like. But there's no substance.
So
like that's why this movie I call it has 2 plots. It has the main bare backbone like skeleton plot that almost every major shonen like followed. Like I call it like a Naruto movie.
Well, it's villain though. Yeah, you said that before. This is Naruto. I can't compare. I haven't seen the Naruto film.
But there's another plot that you and I are excited to talk about because it's the ones that is all the character development.
Yeah, well, I call it the character economy is what I call it because
that's fair, yeah.
Boom, after that scene, boom, no setup. We're on the island. The kids are cooperating. They're being heroes. They're doing civil service. I was almost tearing up just watching the characters actually work. And not only that, but the distribution of screen time wealth.
Yes. Oh finally!
My gosh, I
not
got
just
to watch
hey
Sato
guys,
paddle
we're at a
boat.
convention.
Oh my god, Sato got to paddle a boat and he did it well.
Oh yeah.
I think that was the guy who got the least to do with Sato, but it was still entertaining to see what he did. But no, and they're all at the hero office and they're doing hero and they're all working together. My heart was aflutter. That was my favorite part of the film. Was just watching them work and doing community service.
I fully agree.
And Ida slowly falling in love with an elderly woman.
Him carrying the grandma. I shipped them together. No, like
he keeps bringing her up. He's like Granny, something, whatever her name is, Granny No Gum, Granny Gums. I'll call her.
Granny Gums made these delicious plated cookies. I just had to eat them all.
And he was like, Ida, she didn't make us those cookies. Those are for you.
No, I don't share.
These cookies taste kind of salty, Ida.
But no, those are my favorite parts too. Like seeing them, like not only like work together, but also be able to use their quirks to do something unique.
Working with the mayor was cool, and the hospital, and they're just doing like these mundane things. They're looking for suitcases.
Sugar saving the kid on the beach.
Mineta briefly being a feminist. He was respecting women briefly. At one point, we got two creeps away. I was like, "Yo, that's awesome!" Like they know, Bones knows, Horikoshi knows. They all know that, and the fact that people still hate Mineta, man, I just understand.
I feel bad for Mineta. He's just got like a crazy high sexual drive, and he's too young to really like understand what to do with it. But like, hey,
not that, just because he's just a silly character. Like he's clearly he is clearly a living criticism. But people have to like hate him on like if there's one character in the series that because the My Hero fan base is absolutely insane. That gets death threats more than Endeavor does. It's Mineta, and I'm just like, yo, Mineta is a freaking parody of an actual problem in shonen.
Yeah, like
leave it be. He's supposed to be doing that. Like there's a rule when a character does a brave thing, you call him out on it. And there's no other character other than Mineta whoever says a bad thing and immediately gets fucking slapped for it. Like he does this bit correctly. Horikoshi writes him correctly. Bones writes him correctly, and even goes so far as to give him a feminist moment in this film.
Right, that's fair.
just to go, yo, audience, we know you hate him, and we're gonna make you love him for a quick sec. Mineta does some great things. My boy Sero.
Yeah.
He
got to do so much in this film.
Everyone does so much, so creative. They're not just there to be there. Like here in Two Heroes, it's we just happen to be at this convention.
Yeah, we're just here.
And they have to explain why they're there. Well, my parents got tickets. I'm just working at this restaurant.
I swam here because I was bored.
I'm a 14-year-old kid. I swam here. Yeah. I won the sports festival, and we didn't ever mention this, but I'm here too. Here, they have to be there, and they're all important, and they're all doing great things. They're all getting great moments, great dialogue.
But it's like, I hid in a suitcase. No one noticed, and I made it.
Oh, my God. No BS excuses. Everyone here is important.
It was so well done because, like, because it was a setup. It was a test for them, like, a training place, a place to train their hero skills, their communications, their...
Yeah, it's important. Like, and it actually, like, in a way, this really does have a place in the source material. Unfortunately, we'll get to that. It doesn't, but it should.
Yeah.
But if we want to talk about the source material, why I say death to the TV anime, it's because you're not caught up with the manga, but I'm sorry to say this, but it is the Midoriya show from here on out.
Really?
Characters really don't do jack all going forward. There is an arc that kind of sucks where a few characters get a few brief power-up moments, but there's really no depth. Most of the characters, like we'll use Ida as an example. Ida's best days are behind him in season 2.
No!
Ida does not do jack, and he doesn't do jack in the future. He does like one little thing in an arc ahead, but it's not very important. It's Midoriya. At most, Bakugo, maybe, which we'll get to as well, and Todoroki to an extent. But it's really just Midoriya. It's just Midoriya. That's why where I saw this film and went, I want this. I want My Hero Academia to actually be a Hero Academia.
Yeah, like...
And that's why the arc that's currently airing in the anime, I'm so excited for. I was very passive on the 8 Precepts arc, but I love the School Festival arc because it's the characters, it's the students doing student things and fighting student level villains the way it should have been. But yeah, that's why I say that why I really love this film is it really treats these characters with respect, and I don't want, and this is not Horikoshi's fault. Because this is Horikoshi's biggest success. Horikoshi has been met with critical failures in the past. Abominations in the past that have wrecked his faith, have threatened his career as a manga artist. He's nearly quit on several occasions before My Hero. So of course he's going to listen to his editors very seriously. I don't blame Horikoshi. I blame his editors for pulling all the attention to Midoriya right now in the manga, and why we have little hope for anyone else other than Midoriya. But yeah, that's how it is. But yeah, but that's why I'm like, you know what? These movies can be the fix. If the manga is and the anime going forward is just going to be the Midoriya show, let's focus on the other characters, and this film is a good sign in that regard. Now, me and Val have been talking a lot about the My Hero movies recently.
Yeah.
And we said that, hey, if we do another one now, we need to cut the cast in half and focus on them.
You know what? Actually, he would have been good for this
and get
podcast
very
too.
into, and not Midoriya and Bakugo, but other like Sero and Shoji and Sato and guys like them and other characters with an S in their name. Let's do those guys now.
Saitama, yeah.
Yeah, Saitama, the My Hero character.
Yeah, where's he?
Where is he? So this Naboo Island thing is incredible. But man, does Principal Nezu never learn his freaking lesson.
No.
He gets approached by the Hero Association.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, let's put your kids on an island unsupervised.
It's like, nothing can go wrong this time. The League of Villains are just out there, you know?
Nothing can go wrong.
It's a small island, so far away from everybody, it's fine.
But you know what? Can you blame him? Because really, on paper, it seems like that would be the case. But oh well. I
mean, like, the reports are saying, like, it had, like, minor crimes, and it was in the hands of, like, a retired hero for a while.
I feel so bad for, now that I think about it, I feel so bad for them because, wow, that should have worked. Of all the places, like, who lets these kids do anything? Like, in the manga, right now, they're currently on a huge, like, all Hero Society involved mission right now. Mm-hmm. I can't, like, once again, why this movie's not canon, because if it was, there's no way these kids would be allowed.
No.
Like, at this rate, they keep getting in all this freaking trouble.
They
are a litigation nightmare. Although one of the characters in movies does bring up labor acts. They do bring up labor laws, which I thought was very clever. Because there's a point where they start working and they go, oh, we have to stop working for today because we've reached our max hours.
Oh, right. And it's like, no can do.
The Labor Enforcement Act. I was like, bravo. So self-aware. Yep. Let's do it. And that's why I'm like, that's cool. They're actually one of the things that's been missing from the manga is they don't really talk about the Hero Society. They don't talk about the real world laws and the capitalist implications anymore because
the more world
Horikoshi's
building.
Editors have taken over and like, no, Make Midoriya do the Goku things.
There has to be...
Bakugo can't get developed. Don't you dare develop
Yeah,
Bakugo.
see, like, now I'm freaking out because, like there has to be someone to push these editors or something to see the light.
Horikoshi gets very competitive, so I'm hoping maybe the editors get competitive too now after seeing this movie. Because, but now that being said, let's go back a bit. The kids.
You gave me like a gut punch with that. Like that really just killed a lot of this movie. It's fine. Yeah, the kids are great.
When I saw, I have a tweet. When I saw that when the poster came out.
Yeah.
The first visual of this movie, and you see the two little kids in the big group shot, and I said, I don't know who those kids are, but I know I'm gonna hate them. I want to apologize. Because these kids are probably like some of the best material in this film. They give this movie its heart. They give this movie its heart.
You should have seen the other kids in other shonen movies. They were awful.
Performances. Who are these voice actors?
One of them. What I just had it was Danny something. Come on, Danny Phantom. Where is this?
Incredible.
Just have it. She did a great job.
Especially who played the boy.
I don't know. I have to find that. Danny Chambers. She's the one who plays as Maharo. Maharo? Is that how you say it?
That's the sister. Okay.
Yeah, that's the sister.
Maharo. Yeah, Maharo. And then I think the boy's name was like Kazutsu something. I can't remember. But they had... You don't need to know their names because they had blue and pink hats. They were very well designed. They were very well designed, and I have to wonder if Horikoshi designed them because he's been drawing them a lot in his tweets.
This is gonna kill me if I don't find it.
I should have done the research on this one. I tried to go this as blind as I could, which was a good thing.
Yeah, good thing you did.
But it feels like Horikoshi designed these kids because there was a lot. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. No, I don't think he designed these kids. I think the filmmakers designed this because a lot of love went into their designs and their story.
Oh my god, like the expressions that they had too?
Not that Horikoshi's not capable of love and design. It's the fact that the filmmakers who made this really love these characters. So it feels like that came from a place of came from a very personal spot on the filmmaker's part.
Right.
Because you can say Bakugo is Horikoshi in his greatest moments. That the editors don't let him have anymore. But yeah, the kids are incredible. They're not remotely annoying. They're very cute. They don't overstay. Dare I say they're a little underutilized in the third act.
Well,
I never thought I'd be asking for more kids.
There were a lot of things that were kind of unused later in the movie.
Me, the woke anime fan, asking for more little kid service in my anime. Yeah, and they play off very well Bakugo and Midoriya. The girl is the one who especially kind of gets sidelined a bit, but because she's a girl and this is a shonen. But I like she was a little firecracker. I like she was starting crap in the beginning, and the boy was the fan, and he was a total snot nose, but not in a bad way. And he was an adorable snot nose. And like the part when he's running, that scene when he's running at 9 and he's flailing his arms. I was fiercely writing like, oh my god, I could fucking destroy our audience with that scene.
Oh, how dare you!
I can put that little boy through the philosophical ringer. Oh my gosh. The ethical ringer.
Loved the expressions.
There is a huge
on
ethics
those
question that scene
it was amazing.
Poses subtextually if shonen is capable of subtext. But oh man, I want that scene alone is the reason why I want to screw up this movie to my twisted desires. So they're on the island. They do that stuff.
Right.
Bakugo and Deku. Let's talk about that now.
Oh God, that.
You're not there in the manga.
Done. No.
Bakugo and Deku definitely start having a better correspondence with each other. It's definitely a more chill relationship.
Yep.
And it's very nice to actually see it in motion in a way that the manga deters from a lot. Like in the manga, Bakugo says something, and then the editors immediately pull the leash on him and go, no, Bakugo's supposed to say shit nerd. He's supposed to be Vegeta. Stop! Don't let him be level-headed, and don't let him be deep.
He can't be nice.
Here, they let him do it.
And it was great.
And it feels good. It feels so good.
Like, I was worried. There were a couple moments I thought he was going to, like, jump in and be like, hey, you talking to that kid? Tell him he can eat shit and die. Like, you know, when he had the popsicle stick?
And don't worry on, he does. He still has his temper. But he's so balanced. He's balanced the way he should be at this point.
Exactly right, yeah.
And Bakugo's played up perfectly.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually did like laugh my ass off like when his ice cream fell out of his hand. Like he looked at it, he was like, "Oh shit!"
Because he's listening. They know that. Once again, the directors are so amazing.
So good.
How do you display Bakugo actually listening to people? You put an ice cream cone in. It's great. It's why animation and why visual direction is so top tier in this film.
Mm-hmm.
Is how do you subtextually without dialogue show that Bakugo cares and is listening?
He doesn't eat his ice cream.
His ice cream cone melts.
Yeah.
His ice cream pop melts, and he sees it, and he goes, oh. The fact that he was so caught up in Deku's words.
Exactly,
and the kids' hopes and dreams.
It was so fucking good.
It was so moving. And it's just like, once again, I'm just like, this is why I would rather have this. Like, I once again, I want to apologize. I mean, obviously, the jury's still out. I need to see how this third film works without Horikoshi's involvement. I need a higher batting because right now we're at 500. We're at 0.5% here. 50%. We have one movie that sucked, one that is excellent. We need another excellent film. And
which is say now, go see in theaters. Please go see it.
You need to, everyone. If we haven't already said, you need to see this in theaters.
It was worth to see twice. So hey.
I want to see the sub now. But yes, such a balanced work on Bakugo. Well directed. It's why the anime has never been the same since season 2, and it's why I'm jumping on the movie. As much as I groaned at the 10 movie deal, and now I'm like, that 10 movie deal's not looking too bad now.
I guess because I'm worried that
Grimm has brought this up to me too.
Yeah.
It's the fact that why they're really doing this. Films pay. They pay in ways that the TV doesn't. TV anime practically loses money. Movies pay. And that's why I say, not just My Hero, but Val also says this. Why doesn't Dragon Ball Super not bother with the TV anime and just make films? Because Band was Broly very good. Which we're not going to jump down a rabbit hole. We're not going to talk about Broly.
We're not going to get into it, but basically Broly was better than Super. I will be here for 2
hours. I will be here for 2 hours talking about that. Otherwise,
we're already here for like an hour.
Yeah, and we only have 1 hour max. We have a limit on this one. Because we have lots of filming to do tomorrow.
That's right.
It's already tomorrow. It's midnight on my
end. It is.
It's okay.
Trying to get back
it's
earlier.
Okay because we're gonna be on JOYCAST going on hiatus soon, so we'll have some time.
Yeah.
So Bakugo and Deku. What's the next thing? So now we get to the villain's attack. Is that what we're getting to now?
I think we're there right now.
And we've already addressed. These guys are formidable. They're dangerous. They cut
scary,
the communication lines. They cut the power. These guys are smart. That's
what I loved.
They're terrifying. Boom. They go, boom, take out the infrastructure. Boom, boom, boom. And then 9, what's 9's job? I walk.
He walks slowly.
9, he is initially scary. But it's the part where he starts keeling over and going, oh, my fucking bones.
It's like, no, my insides want to be on my outsides.
I've got bone disease. So
I've got stage 13 cancer.
This could be interesting. You could make him relatable. You could make him an ethically complex villain.
Right, but they don't.
No, I'm obsessed with power. Ooh, I'm dying, but I don't care that I'm dying. I care about power. No,
that was me. I was puking.
And I'm listening like, no, you're dying. You want this power so you can live. He's like, no, I need this power so I can carry out my dream of an apocalyptic world. No, you're dying and you going to great lengths so you can live because even your counterparts want you to live briefly. They briefly bring out that they care. And it's like, oh my God, you had the pieces here.
Like, you know what would have actually made, like...
I'm just like...
I know, like, all this shit. But, like, you know, like, just that alone, that he wants to live, that already would have been a better plot. Like, let's just say, like, in the beginning, like, they're saying, like, son, you are probably going to die in a couple of years, and there's nothing we can do about it. There's no cure. And maybe he would have gotten outraged, be like, that's bullshit. We're superheroes. There has to be a cure. and then he went on.
Exactly.
That's already a better story.
It's so easy to pick up there, but they didn't, and that's why this can't be a perfect action film. That's why it can't be a perfect My Hero. Can't be a perfect film or a perfect story in general.
No, that's why it's 8 out of 10 for me.
Glaring.
That's the only reason.
When you see that there, it's there. You can touch it. You can feel it. It has texture, and you, the film director and the writer, you're not gonna play with that idea. You're not gonna do that. Is this the producer's fault? Is this, whereas Horikoshi has an editor problem? Do the directors at Bones have a producer problem that prevent them from going that deep?
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Just because like they're worried that like it's still like a kid audience,
shame.
you know? Because they could have.
I started click-clacking away on my phone. Be damned. I don't give a fuck. I'm the writer and director of My Hero Abridged. I will turn my phone on and start writing.
Security guard comes by. He's like, "Hey, what'd you do?" "Oh, I'm sorry. You're Mr.
This
Leroy."
is one of those hip, modern, big city theaters. No one cares that my phone's out.
He's like, "Can I see what you're writing? I won't tell anybody. You could stay in this theater for a second showing."
But to be fair, I was in the very back seat because this theater I was in was freaking cool. There was not a bad seat in that house. Yeah. It's a very small theater, but a very well developed theater. I wish it was closer. I'd go there all the time.
You should just do it.
It was a half-hour wait. It's not worth the gas money.
Oh, I get it was for me. No, I mean I panicked because my closer theater.
Oh my god! I really love that theater I went to. That part of that made the experience. So 9
sucks.
That being said, man, if 9 succeeds in one thing like his counterparts, he puts these kids through the ringer.
He really does. Yeah.
You fear for these kids' lives in a way that you don't in the manga, you don't in the abridged series, you don't in any shonen I've ever watched. I do not fear for these kids' lives. Sorry, I don't fear for their lives in any context other than in this film. This film is the first time where you feel it.
That's true. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, they could kill someone right here. Yeah. Man, if that director was an asshole with a YouTube channel, he could really kill a lot of characters here. In 5 years.
You son of a bitch. I kind of wish there was video now. Like, see your face being so serious. Like, wow.
We wanted to do video of this, but Freddy's OBS is being weird. So
because I couldn't.
People watching at home, I said I had my genuine face on while I was talking about Team 4-Star. My absolute motherfucker face is on right now talking about this potential abridged parody of Heroes Rising.
But yeah, no, like 9 was very powerful. Now here's the thing: did you count the 9 powers? Because I only got up to like 7 or 8.
I didn't bother. I know I did, because I don't care about 9. I care about what 9 could have been. I don't care about what I saw.
Yeah, no, I did
on
only
the screen there.
I did only for this podcast because I wanted my facts to be straight.
He goes, I have 9 quirks and can't have any more. I go, sure, cool, good for you, bro.
And yet he's able to absorb more quirks.
Well, no, he couldn't, because remember he touched Midoriya and he's like, oh, I can't absorb this.
Well, yeah, no, with Midoriya, but like he was able to like suck up,
he sucked up his green goo. That was it.
Yeah, he sucked up his
he sucked up Midoriya's green.
Goo.
He goes, green, but no other colors.
No other colors. Actually, no, that's a good point. We're already here. Who are those other people behind?
Okay, so you're not covering the manga. Those are the other users of One for All.
I was wondering, but like,
so the guy in the goggles, the bald guy with the goggles. That was one of my other moments. I went, oh, that's my boy Banjo. That's Banjo.
Oh, okay.
Banjo is everyone, audience, to those, thank Banjo. Banjo is the reason My Hero Alternative exists. It's for Banjo. Because the moment that he shows up in the manga is the moment I went, I can fix that. Banjo's cool, but what Banjo heralds is a very bad thing in the manga that really upsets me. And when I said, I went, okay, I'm doing a second series, and I'm going to fix that. Because he talks about how One for All works for Midoriya.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to go too deep, because once again, we don't have 5 hours for me to have a fucking tirade. But basically, yeah, I'm going to watch your face drop again, Midoriya. My Midoriya, Freddy. Freddy.
Well, look, you are my
watch Freddy, watch the life leave Freddy's face. You can't, but you can hear it. Midoriya's the chosen one. He's what they call the quirk singularity, where all the quirks come together. Midoriya has all the quirks. Which I'm surprised they didn't show it in this one. Because in the manga, Midoriya currently has 3 quirks right now. Well, I mean, he's on the verge of the 3rd one.
Well,
he has One for All. He has the power augmentation that All Might has.
Uh-huh.
He has Banjo's quirk currently in the manga called Black Whip.
Wait, but you're saying that all
Midoriya
those
has
heroes
lots of Midoriya. He has every quirk from his predecessors.
Right. No, I mean that's fine. I understand that because that's how All for One works.
No, how it originally worked before they retconned it was that power that Midoriya puts in his smashes. That's all the quirk power combined. It's the entropic combination. It's entropy in motion.
Oh wait. So you're saying
it's the sheer power of will from his predecessors pulled into a power.
Right, but wait. So you're saying he gets
so what Banjo
quirks?
Introduces is that Midoriya has Midoriya has quirks. Midoriya has a Swiss Army knife of quirks now. And why does he have it? Because he's the chosen one. Nana doesn't have this. All Might doesn't have this. Banjo doesn't have this. No predecessor ever has gotten the multiple quirks except for Midoriya because he's Harry Potter.
What?
Because he's Harry Potter. Because he's Harry Potter.
No, stop.
Because eugenics, Freddy. Freddy, genetics. Freddy, the master race, Freddy.
I don't like this. What's with all these
he has good genes,
kids?
Freddy. He's got good genes, Freddy. Remember, they don't teach the Second World War in Japan. They don't teach the Holocaust in Japan, Freddy. Freddy, he's Harry Potter.
But they did the whole prophecy thing. I get it. That's a go-to story.
Everyone who's listening right now, you should listen to me and Freddy's joy reel of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah, they're all just, he's the chosen one.
That's why I keep saying he's Harry Potter, because he's the chosen one. Because his dad and his mom are wizard Jesus.
But that's
you know
lame.
what? You know what? Midoriya's Naruto. I know nothing about Naruto, but I know that Naruto is the son of Ninja Jesus.
Yeah, it basically
and the Virgin
works.
Mary.
It basically works. But it's just
work.
dumb, though, because I was so hoping, oh my God, no. I was hoping that it would just be this kid just wanted to be a hero.
So that's why 9 can't absorb the quirks, because Midoriya's Harry Potter. He's the boy
because
that lived.
Midoriya's Harry Potter.
Because those scar marks, basically where Harry Potter has a lightning bolt on his forehead, Midoriya has all the lightning bolts all over his body. Don't worry, audience. I'm going to fix it in the abridged. I can once again, it's one of those moments where I'm like, you have all the material to make that work, but you went with the chosen one angle.
Went with the chosen, because it would have it just felt better to me when it was just Midoriya being like, this kid wanted to be a hero and he wanted to make that choice, and someone's like, you want that choice? Here, I'll give it to you. Because it was just because of All Might seeing him being so genuine, so true. But now, later down the line, you're fucking telling me that he's just like, wait, I got it. You weren't just a top of the block kid. You weren't just a normal kid. You were chosen for this.
You're the quirk singularity.
I'm actually really angry. Fucking hell.
I mean, lots of people raised a big stink about it when Twitter exploded. It was the first time where the My Hero fandom actually had a legitimate excuse to get angry.
Well,
other than Dr. I won't say the name, but if you've heard that controversy, the doctor was named after a very specific event during the Pacific Campaign of World War II.
Oh, yeah.
Which I will be making a joke about when I introduce that doctor character in the bridge.
Oh God. Don't dig
Get ready for Dr. Holocaust, everyone. That's his name.
Oh,
because that's literally what Horikoshi called him. The Korean equivalent. That's what he called his character initially before they had to change it. Again, one of those times where the My Hero fandom had a legitimate excuse to be angry.
Yeah.
Although the ones who were getting angry were the freaking white people who need to shut the fuck up because that had nothing to do with them. But the Korean and Chinese fandom who were canceling their volumes, all power to you. That's that you should not have to put up with that.
Right.
Japan needs to show some freaking accountability for that.
No, I mean that's.
But once
that's
again,
serious,
I don't blame Horikoshi because they don't teach that stuff in school. People forget Horikoshi's a young guy. He's about our age, Freddie.
Wait. They really don't. You serious?
They don't teach that stuff in school because they don't. Me and Stina ran up to this, and we were watching A Place Further in the Universe.
Yeah.
And we got to the scene where they talked about how Japan only has a very specific sliver of Antarctica reserved for themselves because NATO decided that Japan could have it because of their war crimes. And the anime from Place Further goes, "Oh, freaking the UN! They're bullying us. All we did was this. You know, we just did a little World War II, and it's like Japan, you were dumping chemicals on people in the middle of the streets. No, Japan.
The boot camps.
And to be fair, this very specific thing that doctor was named after, even Americans didn't really know until it became topical. Like I said, that's why I said Whitey needs to shut up. You didn't know what that practice was until you read the Wikipedia article on it. But the Koreans and the Chinese know it. They know it like the Jews know the Holocaust. That's why we will be getting very huge takedowns from YouTube when Dr. Holocaust shows up in My Hero Abridged. Because I will be making that joke. Because we're not, guys, if you saw the Broly Abridged, we're not above 9/11 jokes either, folks.
Right. Oh, God.
But yeah, okay, now going next before this gets taken down.
Right, yeah, wait a minute. We were at the first fight with villains. Actually, yeah, because we were talking about how...
all the fights with villains. I mean, like I said, I'm addressing all the fights.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see, because, like, you know, there was a first with Chimera, which, again, like, you know, they did a good job, like, showing, like, that first stage of, like, how badass these people were, except,
I didn't like the first fight with Chimera, because I'm like, what's your deal, dude? You're too strong. Todoroki was a bit underpowered. He felt nerfed. He was nerfed. He was definitely nerfed for this film.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one who felt that way. He was very much nerfed this film.
Yep.
Heavily nerfed. I need to look at the patch notes.
Right, really, like
his hitbox was completely off.
Oh, his smash special went really. It was very short. No,
yeah, they definitely nerfed his smash FS, especially Midoriya's FS was very good.
Oh yeah, no,
he literally had Final Smash. That's the moment I went, damn it, they took one of my smashes.
That's right. Well, but like you know, the second round of fights.
You know, here's the thing. I took United States of Smash and Universal Smash.
He did Worldwide Smash.
And so Worldwide Smash. So yeah, I you know what? I was due to get one taken from me.
But like, you know what? Here's the thing. The second round of fights were the best, but here we got to see Mummy. We got to see Mummy be cool.
Mummy? Oh yeah. Oh, so if anyone had a good first fight, it was Mummy.
Yeah, because you know he was the first to be taken out. Unfortunately. Like, they really
but unfortunately, Mummy was made an example of why Bakugo is so competent.
Right.
That's the only unfortunate, which it was still cool for Bakugo. It's like, Mummy, you were there just to make Bakugo look cool.
Which did kind of suck. But I thought his quirk was interesting, but it felt like it wasn't going nearly fast enough. Like it felt cool. Like, he was able to actually, like, manipulate objects.
Very overwhelming quirk.
Right, but then, like, it was just like, Bakugo's like, Bakugo basically came in. He just came in to say, like, oh, shut up already.
Invisa-Girl got screwed over. She didn't get to do nothing.
Yes! I was going to bring that up. The one hero who didn't do anything.
Except for the final fight was great. You know what? I said that Sato got screwed over. Invisa-Girl's the one who got
Invisa-Girl got screwed over, yes.
Where was she? Maybe I just missed her. Maybe I didn't see her. You know what? No, Invisa-Girl was there the entire time. She was there. She was fighting with Bakugo and Midoriya.
We just never saw it.
She got one for all as well. She was the third one. She was there too.
No, she was the third one.
How the fuck do you know? You didn't see her.
No, we would have seen like glowing symbols on a random spot.
Her aura was invisible too.
Oh, okay, that's right. No, like
Best girl, Invisa-Girl.
But like here's the thing, like she was basically used as
she sat there and watched Mineta and
Ayomi do everything else.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's for a film that had a really great character kind of like, oh wow, Invisa-Girl.
She got screwed over because like her powers are really good for like I know I'm like shaking my like little voice acting booth in your cage.
She's got a very niche set that
it's for stealth, reconnaissance.
Once again, this is why we need a third film where we get to a very closed group, very small group, and we get something that serves her quirk set better.
Oh, like a heist.
Exactly, like a heist, like an infiltration.
That's why, like, like that tower from like the that first movie, The Two Heroes. Like, I was looking at them, I'm like, man, you could have had a cool heist thing, but you did something.
Yeah, Invisigirl would have been perfect for Two Heroes, but unfortunately, she wasn't in the popularity poll at the time.
Nope, she was just hanging out in her hotel room. Is that right?
Playing Uno. What a great ad read. And we got in trouble for Tostitos.
That's right. Uno didn't get pissed about anything. But no, the moment fight was cool. But then let's skip then to. Actually, no, wait a minute.
There's nothing to skip to. I mean, we're hitting the points pretty freaking well. We're not missing anything. At least I don't think so.
Well, I mean, there were
other than the kids were putting Bakugo and Deku to the test.
Oh yeah, I mean those are kind of like
more. It was a brief moment, and I was like, you know what? I like that the girl is the cynic and the boy is the dreamer here.
Yeah.
Because actually, I don't like that because I wish the girl got to do more.
That's true. Yeah. Again,
that
like, the kids felt like they were cut.
I said the audience was very silent for this film. They were very engrossed. Big laughter when she did the giant Midoriya symbol.
Yeah, everyone did. That was hilarious.
That was funny. That was really funny. The Totoro Deku, as I called it.
They were trying to sell a bunch of different action figures with that. You're just like, come on over.
That was actually really funny. It was very out of place, but that's what made it very funny. Because it was a very dire moment, and it's like, oh, here's this really stupid ass looking Deku. You know, it's talking about stupid looking things that got a lot of justice here. Kaminari was the fucking MVP of this film.
Okay, hang on.
Lightning Zapper.
Thank you. Yes, Lightning Zapper. All right, Kaminari. Because I tried so hard to remember the names.
How did you survive my massive lightning strike?
Yeah, that was amazing.
we threw Kaminari at it.
That's a lightning.
That was probably the best moment of the film. That was the best moment. He's like, he just like freaking. I was like, yo, if it wasn't.
But
for
that was
Zapper,
amazing though too.
They would all be dead if it wasn't for Zapper.
He saved their fucking asses.
He saved the motherfucking world. The planet would have been destroyed if Zapper hadn't. Now that being said, I mean obviously they did it just for funny, but wouldn't Zapper be supercharged? Zapper should have had one for all powers at that point. He should have been like Super Saiyan Zapper at that point.
He got injected. He got injected with all those lightning steroids.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like he only gets stupid when he loses electricity, but whatever. It was still funny.
Again,
it served its purpose.
The second round of fights showed again like all the characters using their abilities to their max. Like
they were pushed to their freaking limits.
Like, which one was your favorite? It's probably Sarah, wasn't it?
I mean, I was very happy. Once again, it's very because I am so invested from the abridged that sometimes the lines get blurred. I often call Todoroki chilly because of this. Sometimes my characterizations get very blurred and it's very hard. So seeing Sero not just get involved, but be a leader. He was leading that group, and I'm like, oh wow, Sero, you're being a leader. I'm like, oh wait, no, that's my Sero. My Sero's the one who needs to step up and be a leader. That's his arc. I was like, oh, they're kind of completing my arc there for the character because the manga does nothing with this character.
Which again, like that's just a damn shame.
And by proxy, the TV anime does nothing with this character. So I'm like, wow, you're kind of completing my arc. It really felt like they were completing some things for me. Like they were setting me up because there's a couple people at Bones have seen the abridged, and we may have been an influence.
Oh my god.
I'm legitimately. There were times where I'm like, I think they kind of saw what I did.
You really think so? That's
pretty
cool,
with Sero and the way watch Bakugo in the movie and then watch Bakugo in the anime, and you kind of have to wonder if abridged Bakugo. I don't want to suck my own dick or two. I'm not going to because I don't believe so. But there were times where I'm like, man, that really looks like my Bakugo. or actually, it doesn't look like it. It really sounds his cadence really sounds like my Bakugo. Because the TV anime sure as hell doesn't.
I mean, that'd be a cool thought. If it is, that'd be fucking badass. I don't know,
like there were times where like he was getting a bit uncanny. I don't want to get there because I don't genuinely believe that. But there was times where I kind of raised an eyebrow.
But for the character that like I was actually rooting for, there were two. I mean, I was rooting for all of them because they were all doing awesome shit. Like,
no, you know who I was rooting for the most?
Who?
Shoji.
Okay, now
Shoji was taking hits for the kids.
Yes, That was awesome. Like, he kept taking those, like, lasers, his arms being torn
the part where
apart.
they're at the meeting and the kids show up and he puts his finger up. It's like, shh.
Yeah.
The grown-ups are talking because Shoji sits at the kids' table, too.
Yeah, he does.
At least our version does.
You gotta remember the name of this one. The character that you call Rusty. That's how I can remember these names.
Kirishima.
Kirishima. I was rooting for that guy because, like, not only because
I think there was a character because he gets a lot to do in the current
the arc that just finished.
The arc that just finished.
Yeah,
he got a lot to do, so he didn't do much here. I mean, he got his usual talk to Bakugo lines, and he got to fight a little, but he didn't. Oh, actually, you know what? Scratch that.
Yeah, because the ending.
He was part of the He was part because he got to fight the Chimera.
That's what I'm talking about. Because I love that shot. That whole Chimera fight was amazing.
That fight, once again, force of nature. The fight when the laser beam comes out and it's just a continuous beam.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck?
I was losing my mind.
They nerfed Todoroki. What are they going to do? And you see Ida doing those flips and running at him. I'm like, oh my God.
It was so fucking cool. And like him actually like taking that laser the whole time. He's like, just like pushing against him.
And then Todoroki freaking absolute zeros him. I was like,
that was amazing.
Whoa, because in the manga, you never really see him develop his ice powers anymore.
Seriously?
It's all about he still uses it, but it's not like, he doesn't really push it to the limit like he did during the sports festival. So see him do it here, I was like, oh wow, I forgot. Yeah, you're the ice guy.
Yeah.
Because in the manga, he's become more of Endeavor Jr.
Seriously. Oh man, because I like that mix-up.
Because you know what? I said my favorite moment was Zapper being the lightning rod. Yeah. There's actually one moment that's my absolute favorite.
What? Which one?
Which is at the end when the rescue comes and you see Endeavor hugging Todoroki.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That's what, again, the audience erupted in laughter.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, these are the good My Hero fans. They like Endeavor. We're good. Boy. I'm cool with these fans. I had the best My Hero fans at my show.
I love that scene because he's like, he's like, oh. It was fucking adorable.
Once again, these guys know our parody. They know how we treat Endeavor because we were treating Endeavor like this before it was cool to treat Endeavor like this.
Right.
So once again, that's why I raise an eyebrow. I love that. So let's go back. So who was your favorite? Like I think Shoji was great. Sarah was great.
Oh yeah. Well, because mine was Kirishima, but
that was pretty cool. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
Froggy got a good little in there. I like how we didn't even notice Froggy was missing, and he goes, "Wait, why am I paralyzed?" And Froggy goes, "My Deus Machina, my Deus Machina, yucky goo powers." Well, no, she does. She definitely has it. This definitely appears in the manga, but I've never seen it used so effectively for a brief flicker until he's like, "Nah,
I just love to hear just be like,"
he goes, "No, fuck your icky goo. I'm Chimera." I'm like, "Oh man."
It's like,
but it made for a good moment though.
I'm too strong. It's like,
I'm too strong for your icky goo, Froggy.
Oh
your
man,
yucky
actually,
feminist goo.
You know, there was another like really cool moment that happened, but was also cut short. The fucking again, I looked up these names and I tried really hard to remember this stuff. The Takeyomi, Shadow Bird Boy.
Yeah, Dark Shadow.
Yeah, when he lost his shit when he was fighting.
I was waiting for that because I'm like, because at this point he has a lot more control. I'm like, dude, just go loose. Let him go loose. I was like, I think everyone in the audience was also like, let him go loose, let him go loose, let him go loose, and he does. So cool.
And it was so cool, but then it was
because they put him in that cave because in the summer camp arc, when it's dark like that, he can't control his dark shadow.
He could, but
here he has good control of it. But this one, he let it go. He let it go because holy shoot, Ashida, you don't see her until like the very end, like when we're on the ship. You could almost say she dies here in this moment. If you were an asshole bridge director, you could say Ashida dies during this fight because you don't see her anymore after she gets stabbed in the leg and the rocks fall on her. You don't see her anymore.
You know, part at first I laughed at this, and then part of me was like, I shouldn't have made this joke, but like it was at the second showing because a lot of the anime fans were talking anyway. Like I was listening to it.
I feel so bad for you.
It was a good.
I hate it.
It was a good thing that like the first showing, like everyone was quiet and everyone liked him, like good. Then the second time it was just bad. But like I'm listening to all this, and I made a joke. I'm like, oh no, her thickness got shot. Someone call a doctor. Call me. Actually, you know how many flashbacks he had?
I'm just telling you, even if you were at that showing and you'd done that, even if you've been sitting like a few rows away, I would have stood up and I would have kicked your ass in the middle of the theater. I would have started punching you until you bled and started like within an inch of your life.
I know you would.
And then I'd yell at the audience and say, "Should I kill this man?"
They would be like,
don't ever make a joke like that if we're in the same theater, because I will kill you.
It was only during the loud one, because like I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to watch this movie in peace. I'm like, I'll have fun with this. But no, like I felt like that scene was cut short though. You know, he got to cut loose and it was really cool for literally 5 seconds.
But
count
I like
him on
that
your
at
hand.
the very end during the rescue, Hawk sticks him up, goes, "Yo, Tokiyami, what's up?" Because in the manga,
he goes with him. Right?
Tokiyami works for Hawks.
I was wondering because like
so they know each other. It's like, "Yo, what's up?" And he's like, "Yo, I forgot why I was mad." And meanwhile, Ashida's still underneath the rubble, and we don't see her again because she died. She's canonically dead.
You'll never see her again.
We'll never see her again. That part where she shows up with the waving at the end of the ship, that's her ghost. She's actually dead.
I think at this point, no, we're now at the final fight.
Let's talk about
that amazing final fight. Holy shit. Now, I know we're going to have one disagreement that's coming up here, but
speechless.
Absolutely. Now,
that's the gift that Horikoshi gave to this film team, and I'm like, wow, you thought of something better for the manga, Horikoshi? You easily gifted this up because you got a better ending planned?
I mean, I'm very curious to see what it's going to be.
I'm very curious, but let's give this moment its time. Wow.
So amazing.
All of the budget, man,
went into this one scene.
But here's why, because the sound budget went out the freaking window. They're like, no, we're not going to give anything to the sound department here.
Yeah.
All visual.
Which I was okay with, except what did you think about the song choice for like the
great
end?
Oh, Might You is a great song. I know everyone's 50, and I understand it's 50-50. For me, it works.
I felt like the first half of it worked. Like literally that build up when they were sharing that moment where like they were just like, this could be.
It's very ham-fisted, but once again, this is popcorn entertainment, baby. Let it go.
I get it.
It doesn't bother me. It didn't bother me one bit. I was warned ahead of time. All people could talk about was this moment. I'm like, nah, worked fine for me. I thought it was out of place during the overhaul fight, because that's where they first put it.
Oh yeah, I heard that too, and I was like,
when you spend that much money on an original song, you're gonna put it to good use.
Yeah,
I can't wait for it to show up during the Gentle fight.
No.
Imagine hearing "You're Not Alone" while Gentle's pants are falling down and he's making rubber powers everywhere and there's clown noises. It's gonna be great. But
no, like, because but it tests to the scene itself though. It was so well done that like the music, like it did not break the scene. It was still so like I'm a big fan of like looking at art with their expressions. You could see Bakugo's expression when Midori looks up, going like, "Bakugo, I've got a crazy idea," and you see him with like,
"I've got a crazy crush on you." Bakugo.
Yeah, but no, seriously, you saw that, right? You saw that recognition.
Oh no!
And then the frustration, and then he's like, "Fine." All of it at once. It
said the visual direction is incredible.
Yeah, once again, like no words were needed. It was just all of it at once in the span of like 3 seconds. It's like, oh, I guess it's like you had to do it. You had to do it.
Yeah, but I think my favorite part of that fight, once again, when Midoriya goes, I mean, the full cowling.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is that a sign of things to come? I'm not gonna lie. It's in the moment, that's incredible. I'm like, wow, did they just spoil something that we haven't even seen in the manga yet?
Like when he turned all like blue, like
when he went full on, I was like,
that was fucking whoa.
I was like, I was in the moment like cool, but then when I thought about it, I'm like, oh wow, you may have just ruined a moment for the manga.
Unless he changes it.
Maybe he will. I don't think so, but so cool. Final smash, so cool. When Bakugo's stuck in a crater and he can't jump out, God. So he melts through the fucking earth.
Rock.
He just fucking he tucks in his shoulder and starts melting through the rock. I was like,
because his other arm just like stopped working because he did, they both did like the uppercut together.
I love that Bakugo's such a natural with it.
Yeah, exactly. But well, here's the thing, because he wasn't able to use his arm anymore because he's not used to it, even though he's a natural. But Midoriya's able to use both arms, even though he used them both like 100% max and all that shit. But like him like pushing through that mountain and throwing this huge huge boulder at him, and the shield coming up, like all of it was just amazing. I guess the only thing I just want to put in like for the music thing, if it sped up. Like the first half of it was good, but like then like something like with some like slashing guitar, just something that really amped the moment. I feel like that's what it needed. And it was after that heartfelt moment.
You freaking Zoomer, no.
That is no.
You
that's
wanted
not a Zoomer
9 to do a
thing.
Fortnite dance too, didn't you?
No, that is not a Zoomer thing.
I'm joking. You're not even a Zoomer. What am I talking about? You just act like you just have the brain of one. But
it's not true either.
Yes it is. Let's see. So, where do we go? I mean, we addressed the rescue.
Oh, I mean, the end. Like, I don't know. The ending was okay.
No, we know we haven't addressed to Shigaraki. So this is where things get dubious.
Oh, that fucking shit was cool.
You see his glove. He's got a very specific glove on.
I was wondering what that was
The one with the 2 fingers covered. So we know this takes place after Villain Academia. So immediately I go, why are they in a shitty warehouse when they have a mansion now? They're rich at this point. Like, here's the thing: they have the truck. That truck is a high-tech, super freaking money mobile.
Okay.
They have the money mobile, but they live in a shit freaking warehouse. No, they have a mansion. They have a house. They're super rich at this point.
Is that all manga stuff?
That's manga stuff.
Is it manga or manga, by the way?
They beat the shit. It's supposed to be manga, but I say manga to piss people off.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to know.
You're saying it right. I'm saying it wrong.
All right.
But I'm right because I actually write things and you don't, audience. Suck my big abridged cock.
No, do not do this.
I'm so smart and strong because I make abridged parodies on
You're only saying this because it's almost 1 a.m. in the morning for you.
Yes. I'm so cool because I make abridged parodies, you guys. Doesn't that make me so cool and better than everyone else?
I'm so cool because I take over D&D stories. I railroad my players.
I'm a parody of myself now. That's not even a lie. Basically, I am. So yeah, Shigaraki briefly. 9. Once again, why 9 is so bad? He's just one of the air doctor's little experiments. Yeah. That makes no sense. That serves Shigaraki no purpose. And I like that Shigaraki shows up at the end and goes, "About to put you out of your freaking misery." 9's like, "Oh, Shigaraki, I was always part of the plan." And Shigaraki goes, "No, manga, bitch."
Stop, wait, this is what I wanted to, this is what I also need to ask, because like they look the same. Isn't that doctor the same doctor that told Midori he had, or not?
Yes. Yes.
What? Who is this doctor?
Who is this doctor indeed? But more importantly, how dare he fuck with the Chosen One, right? It raises a lot of theories.
I still don't like the Chosen One stuff.
But one of the things that I love the best is that when they show the previous All for One users, there's 2 very distinct silhouettes that are very distinct in the manga, but the movie didn't have the balls to show.
Yeah, I was wondering, they're all like shadowy and stuff in the background.
There was a shadow one. One of those shadows is Bakugo.
What?
So there's a theory going on right now that with each passing issue of the manga is becoming more and more plausible. That Bakugo is the second One for All user. I'm watching Freddy freak out on camera right now. That's why things got really silent.
I'm trying to understand. So it's like
So here's the thing, Freddy. Eri can rewind things.
Yes.
In the manga, currently, Eri says, "My horn hurts." 2 chapters ago in the manga, she says, "My horn hurts." Eri's gonna time travel Bakugo into the past. Samurai Jack.
What?
Because Bakugo's gonna teach the first One for All user how to use One for All.
What? You liar! Are you serious?
You heard it here first, folks. And I will die on this hill.
Wait, hang on, time out. Is this your abridged thing, or is this like a real thing?
This is a theory. This is only a theory right now.
Oh, a theory, okay.
I don't know how I'll approach this with the abridged, but...
All right.
With the theory, but this is the theory. This is a very popular fan theory right now.
I didn't know this.
Because in the manga, the silhouette that you're supposed to see that the movie bitched out of, that's Bakugo. It is unabashedly Bakugo.
What the hell? This is so freaky.
And so what this film does, and that's what we need to address next, is so I like how One For All conveniently goes back to Midoriya and erases Bakugo's
the
memories and his development.
Shit.
Once again, so I said that my favorite moment was Zapper. My favorite moment was Endeavor. No, my favorite moment was when All Might turned to the camera and said, "Don't worry, kids. Abridged Bakugo's still the most developed and always will be." Because we can't allow this to happen in the anime.
It was so ridiculous. He's like, there was a miracle that happened.
Don't worry, audience. We're going to erase his memories because we can't let Bakugo be relatable.
There's no way he can be kind.
There's no
It's a
way
miracle.
that
All
he
For
can
One
grow
fixed
up.
him.
I think that's the moment that made me tear up was when Midoriya's with All Might and he's like, "Thank you so much."
Yeah, before the whole amnesia
sorry.
bullshit. That was so nice.
And then Midoriya, I'm like, once again, that's why I said that you'll see this abridged pairing in about 5 years because to me, this is the end. That's how you end it, man.
That's a good way of ending it.
You could see this as an ending. And the fact that time-wise, it definitely takes place right before where the manga currently is or after, we don't know. But yeah, like this could be an ending. It could be an ending. I see it as ending. Like I saw this, and the things that I was told before I saw this movie, I was already writing notes in my abridged notes. Like, this could be your ending.
I mean, it felt
and right now, it feels like I could end it this way. But who knows? Got to see where the anime goes and where the manga goes before I get new ideas. But if people ever want to get in my head and want to go, where do I think I'm going? I think I'm going here.
It felt good. If it ended there, it would have been fine.
I think I'm going to go with the corpse of Ashida, the final frame, a dead Mina, Ashida. Just dead. The acid girl.
Oh, thank you, yes.
To clarify, I'm going to kill her super hard. That's the plan.
Boy, so many artists are going to be pissed.
Forget other stuff. This whole movie, my whole cinematic plan for Joy right now is to kill Ashida.
Jeez. Well,
and make Zapper and Mina. Sorry, make Invisigirl and Zapper the 4th and 5th users of All For One and One For All in this. And
fight. They're married.
God, that's gonna kill our budget or lack thereof.
They're gonna have children, and they're not gonna understand where they are because they're also invisible with lightning powers.
So. We're actually very timely in the JOYCAST right now. Final thoughts. We've covered everything.
We did. Out of 10, I give it an 8 because of a couple things that I've already noted, which is like I don't know, definitely with the choices they've made with 9, big, bad, powerful, but really, really weak character wise. And it was a bare bone plot of a shonen that. We need to really change. We need to actually literally go beyond plus ultra that.
Because it's shonen.
I know,
Shonen became shonen for a reason.
We can do this, though.
This is a tried and true formula.
Don't
break what's not broken.
They can go beyond. They can go plus ultra this.
The only thing that's going to break is Midoriya's appendage more. That's it. but the mold? No, thank you.
But in general,
this movie was proof. The fact that they erased Bakugo's memories is proof. Man, that's we are stuck.
But in general, though, all the good parts of this movie was still really great. The character development.
I give it a 9 out of 10 because
9 out of 10?
This is a great action film in general.
It is a great action film, and it was beautiful.
It's very well made. I love it. It is the best that My Hero has to offer currently, in all of its forms. Between the manga, the anime, the light novels, the stage plays.
So, like, you would compare that to season 1 and 2 of My Hero Academia?
Yes, I think this is the best thing since the Stain fight, for sure.
I could get behind that. I mean, I still like the Yakuza arc. I still thought that was fun, but I felt more. I don't know. I mean, there were some parts like again,
for me, until this point, my high benchmark for what the franchise in general between all of its sources. I think the TV anime stain fight was the best that My Hero Academia had to offer, and now I think it's this movie. Like, when I want to show off My Hero Academia people, watch this movie, which they'll hate, because if you don't understand My Hero Academia, you're going to hate this movie because it relies too much on source material. But still, if you want to talk about what My Hero Academia has to offer, a really great rival dynamic with a lot of nuance until it's undone in the last 2 minutes. But some great action, some great popcorn action, a stunning and wonderfully diverse cast that has great niches and things to do. Absolutely love and adore this film. I can't wait to watch the sub. I can't wait to absolutely demolish it in the bridge form. I can't wait to ruin it. So your final thoughts, my final thoughts, we're good?
Yeah, I think we're good. This movie.
That's our final say on this. We're the My Hero Academia guys, and we say, please go see this. Please support this, because we need to support when it's doing things right, and this does a lot of things right. That being said, better than Sonic the Hedgehog? Not so fast, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, not so.